today's video. I have another word for y'all, and today's word is you are on the verge of being a celebrity. And what do I mean by this? You are on the verge of being a celebrity. A lot of us chosen ones already have that celebrity type of vibe going on because we have that light inside of us. You get what I'm saying? And whenever we pass by somebody, they can instantly just feel God's presence on you. You get what I'm saying? So, and the way that I got this word was basically I just go outside to walk my dog as I usually do, and I'm just walking, doing my regular routine or whatever, and people are looking at me, like staring into my soul type thing, like just looking at me, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I understand people look at you or whatever, but sometimes I just be like, it'd be awkward for me because it's like they be staring for a long time, and I'm just like, tick tock, tick up. But yeah, that's how I feel, like they be staring into my soul. But you know, one day I was just walking, just looking my regular self, nothing too much, you know. But, you know, people were just looking at me, and they wouldn't just stop looking at me. As I went by, they would just look at me going by, or just look at me when I was like walking. So say if I'm walking, right, they still looking at me, and I'm just like, I could see them from the corner of my eye. I'm not blind or dumb. I could see these people just looking at me, like just staring and just feeling my presence. You get what I'm saying? I'm just like in my head, like, why are they staring at me? Like, what's up? Like, you know, and God told me, get used to it. And I was like, whoa. Like, whoa, hold up, God, what? And he was like, get used to it. This is gonna be your life, your whole lifetime. Even when you get old, people are gonna keep looking at you, staring at you, and all of that. And he was like, get used to it. And I'm just like, wow, that's deep. That's really a word. You know, this is not only for me. There's a lot of people who are called and who are chosen and who are living by God's commandments and things of that nature, who pick up the call. You know what I'm saying? Because many are called, but few are chosen. So the few that were chosen picked up that call, and what God is saying is, oh Lord, I feel the Holy Spirit right now. If you picked up that call and you're walking into what God has ordained for you and what He has basically called you to do for Him in His kingdom, you're gonna have to get used to it. You're gonna have to get used to the stares, get used to the hate, get used to people coming at you crazy, get used to all of these things that, you know, celebrities go through. You get what I'm saying? Like, and not to say it's gonna be like Britney Spears type of thing or Michael Jackson type of thing. You get what I'm saying? But if Jesus had to go through it, you know, what makes us think that we don't have to go through it? You know? So people are gonna stare at you, they're gonna look at you like, oh, she thinks she all that. And what God is saying is maintain your confidence. Maintain that confidence in yourself and in Him. Because this is what you need. This is the type of leadership that you need in order to be that celebrity that He's gonna push you to be. You get what I'm saying? Like, He's preparing you. So if you get stares, ugly stares from people look at you like, ugh. People, you know, you could feel like people think you're all that. You could just feel it. You get what I'm saying? Because God gave us this sensitivity for a reason. You get what I'm saying? So we could feel things and we could know things way beforehand. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people are gonna be jealous, envious, hateful, just giving you those stares. They're gonna ridicule you and things of that nature. So what God is saying is to get used to it, because it's no other way around it. I mean, I'm reading the book of Psalms right now, right, of David, and Saul was going at it because this man was so jealous of even though that's not really the topic, but that's gonna be something that you can't run away from. People are gonna be jealous of you, especially when you're anointed. You know how to carry yourself. You know how to dress yourself. You know how to put yourself together in that sense. You get what I'm saying? People are gonna, come at you and be mad at you just because you carry that presence of God, just because you are who you are, just because you are called or being who you are called to be. You get what I'm saying? So it's not going to be easy. Don't think that, you know, dumbing yourself or downing yourself for these people is going to make a difference, because whether you dumb yourself down or not, they're still going to be jealous. They're still going to be hateful. How do I know that? Because I've been through it with friends, all of that. I've been through it, and dumbing yourself down is just like a slap in the face to yourself, because it's like you're called to do this, and God wants you to have that confidence in who you are and what you're called to do, and you're gonna down yourself and downplay yourself for this person who probably isn't even on your level, or not to be cocky, but a lot of us chosen ones, there's a reason why God says that evil cannot mix with light, because evil and darkness is right here, and light and good character is up here. It cannot relate, it cannot mix. You get what I'm saying? Salt and, water and oil cannot mix. It's two different substances. So we have to understand that God is preparing us. Even in the isolation, He's preparing us. In every season, He's preparing us. We can learn something new every day. You get what I'm saying? We can learn something new every day. So it's a matter of, are we going to answer the calling, or are we going to be like, oh, I don't want to because this person is going to hate me, or I don't want to because this person is going to judge me, or, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's a reason that that is happening. It's part of the process. Not only that, but like I said, it's no other way around it. Like Joseph, I often think if he didn't tell, because his brothers already knew he was his dad's favorite, right? I often think, what if he didn't tell them his dream? What difference would it really make? Because they were already jealous. And you see where I'm getting here? That if you dumb yourself down, they're still going to be in competition with you. They're still going to be hateful towards you and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So we just have to look at it like, I have to get used to it. I have to get used to the stares. I have to get used to the ridicule. I have to get used to all of that, because, as a celebrity, we see a lot of celebrities going through this, hate, ridicule, judgment, and things of that nature. But they have to be calm and stay in their composure. Although some celebrities do get out of their composure, they might reply back to a Twitter post or whatever the case may be. But the reason why people are hating you and are jealous and envious of you is because of the very fact that it's a process within the celebrity status that God is taking you to. You get what I'm saying? So people are going to hate regardless. People are going to, and I'm not saying to let people, downplay you and things of that nature, but just understand that people will be people. People are traumatized. People are triggered. People are not healed. Like God says that we cannot confide in humans, because our feelings are all over the place. So God was telling me this. He was like, you better get used to it. You better get used to the stares. You better get used to all of that, because it's no other way around it. It's no other way around it. And I'm telling you this because when I was in the world, people were still hating on me. People were still looking at me with an ugly eye, like, oh, she thinks she all this or all that. Like, People were still doing that when I was in the world. So like I'm saying, even if you go around it, there's no other way around it. And it's just sad because like thinking like, oh, I can't do any better, or oh, I can't look any better, or they limit themselves. But God is saying, do not limit yourself. Do not limit yourself to these people's expectations and what they expect you to do in order for you to fit in. You know what I'm saying? It's not only people outside, it's your friends, quote unquote. It's your friends, your family, people you're in relationships with. It's a lot of things that can revolve around people just judging you and thinking that you're better, and the thing is, you don't think you're better. That's what they think. That's how they feel. So it sounds personal. You get what I'm saying? Not trying to be mean, but I'm trying to point out that don't take it personal. Basically, that's what God is saying. Get used to it. Don't take it personal, because a lot of people are gonna look at you and be like, oh, she has it all, or oh, she is pretty, or oh, this, that, or he is rich, or you get what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot that they'll look at the forefront for. They can't see what you have gone through to maintain all of these things. So God is saying, get used to it. Get used to the hate, to the ridicule, to the judgment, to everything. You gotta walk with that cross every day. Because there's always going to be that somebody outside who is going to look at you like she thinks she all that. Or you just got to get used to it. Get used to it. Because if God is going to position you up there, you got to know how to battle and how to fight the warfare. You got to know how to fight it without really fighting. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes somebody might say something or give you that look, and you might want to be like, oh, what did you say? But you gotta let God give you guidance and direction within those issues. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people just want to take that light away, or whatever the case may be. Oh Lord, I'm losing my voice. Oh Lord. And it's happening right now. But yeah, y'all. Like I said, I was reading Psalms, and David was going through a lot, He was going through a lot within his enemies, trying to go against him and giving him scares and just wanting to kill him. And, he had to pray about it. He had to seek God and things of that nature. And that's what we have to do, because some people will really pray against us, do witchcraft against us, and things of that nature. So we, this is not something light to be like, oh, but God is saying get used to it, because it's not only going to happen once or twice or 3 times. It's going to happen a lot. Especially with those who are quote unquote close to you. So you better keep an eye open, and you better know that people are just going to be people. We're born sinners. Some people aren't born again. Oh, Lord Jesus. That's for another video. But some people aren't born again. Some people just want to stay in their comfort zone. So, you know what they do? They decide, oh, she's this, she's that. Just talk. But when they look at their lives, it's like, what are you doing for your life? What are you changing in your life? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing all this talk, and you should be looking at yourself. So, don't take it personal. Get used to it. And know that God is going to elevate you regardless. Regardless, you're still going to get that hate. But God is still going to elevate you. Isn't that the best thing, though? That God is going to elevate you. And He's going to give them something to hate about. And not saying that in a light way. Because there's people who really want to kill, steal, and destroy. That's real. But what I am saying is that God is going to protect us from these type of people. I mean, why do you think so many people have left your life ever since you gave your life to God? Because God heard a lot of conversations. He saw things that people were doing against you and praying against you. He was hearing and seeing things people were doing against you. So God is always going to be our protector, but we also have to be vigilant and be diligent in hearing Him, because He says it. He gives us words. He gives us dreams. He speaks to us all day, every day. It's just us who decide to shrug it off the shoulder. But yeah, guys, that's really all I have to say right now. So like I always say, be real, stay real, because once you are the realest, you cannot go back.